Hi there, OG members and the entire business automation community. Cameron here from Team Monkeypod. You may remember a few short months ago, Monkeypod hosted an expert panel presentation called The State of Automation Technology, where we explored what people are using today. Like, what platforms are they moving towards? What are they interested in? And what are they excited for? We discussed a vast array of options for email marketing, e-commerce, memberships, and communities, and we immediately felt the need to explore why and how experts choose the tools they do. I want to introduce you to a guest contributor here at the Monkeypod blog, Mallory Balnis. Mallory owns Plum Crazy Automation, where she helps people creating membership sites and online courses overcome their technical woes. She's an expert in a variety of technology tools with a special focus on Ontraport. Let's meet Mallory. What is Ontraport and why do you like Ontraport?
So Ontraport is a CRM and marketing automation system, a lot like something like Keap or ActiveCampaign, HubSpot, like all these different platforms. They each have their own strengths. Where Ontraport is different from other platforms, especially ones like Keap and ActiveCampaign, is that Ontraport has a relational database, whereas like something like Keap is contact-centric. So when you're building automations in Keap, everything is centered around the contact, the individual person. So you're saying, I'm going to email Mallory about this, I'm going to email Mallory about that, but it's always like about Mallory. It's always about the individual. In a relational database, you might want to have maybe Mallory has pets and you're scheduling like pet spa appointments. So you want to email Mallory, but about Belle's grooming appointment and about Finley's grooming appointment. And you need to tell the difference between the two and like when is Finley's appointment versus Belle's and not get them mixed up. So while theoretically you can do that in a contact-centric system, you have to use a lot of custom fields and try to get, you have to set up a lot of rules for yourself so you don't accidentally send the wrong email at the wrong time, versus a relational database lets you say, I'm going to trigger based off of Finley's grooming appointment. It's its own separate record, and so we can send stuff that's just about that. And Belle's grooming appointment, it's its own separate record, and we can send stuff about that. But they're both still attached to Mallory, so we can also make sure that Mallory's getting all the information that we want her to have. So it lets you kind of manage more complicated relationships like that.
Beautiful. Yeah, I can see how that's a big competitive difference, automatically, because I always think about when I've built relational databases, it's been in Salesforce and Dynamics and these mega brand CRMs,
Yeah.
And it often feels like the small business CRMs are missing that kind of multi-custom relationship type of deal.
There are a lot of CRM and marketing automation softwares out there. They all have their strengths and weaknesses and different capabilities that they can do. I like using Ontraport for my customers, especially the ones that are B2B and have more complicated use cases. At its core, Ontraport is actually maybe one of the better all-in-one tools for small businesses. They have the CRM, they have marketing automation, they have e-commerce, they have appointment scheduling, they've set up membership site functionality, they have a way for you to build your entire website on their platform. So they've really done a lot of work to be that all-in-one solution for small businesses that I think other platforms kind of struggle with because it's hard to be good at a lot of different things.
What kind of businesses do you think this is a great fit for? If you're interviewing a new prospective client and they haven't picked up a CRM platform yet, what signs or signals go off in your mind to say, hey, Ontraport's probably the right one? Because I think for other platforms, it might be things like, well, are there lots of sales reps? If we were having this conversation about HubSpot, you might say, you know what, if you've got sales teams working in different divisions with different quotas, and you want to give them a great way to move their deals forward, HubSpot is the one that makes me think of that, right? What's the equivalent of that for Ontraport?
So when I'm talking to a prospect and trying to figure out what the best CRM for them is, The thing that makes me lean towards Ontraport more is if they are a B2B business. So if you are selling to other businesses, but you might have contacts in different departments, for example, that you need to be interacting with, and maybe you're selling different products to each different division. That's where Ontraport is going to solve your problems a lot easier than a contact-centric database. Or if someone's looking for an online course or membership site platform, but they have, like they're selling to a company that then can assign all their employees to take that course. Or they need to build a system that manages appointments between parents and children, or pet owners and their pets. Or if they're having a lot of events and they need to track event attendees for various events, and they could be going to multiple events that might kind of be overlapping with each other with reminders and things like that. All of those are really good use cases for when Ontraport is going to be a really good fit. I'm talking a lot about Ontraport today, but I do use other platforms. I'm not completely married to just one. So the right one for you is really just going to depend on your use case. So a lot of the times if someone already has a CRM that they're working in and that they enjoy, that isn't causing them a ton of headaches, just the usual amount of headaches, I'll say stick with your existing CRM, because the cost of moving is just astronomical. Like moving all of your automations, even if you don't have that many, if you have more than you working in it, if you have a team of people that know that system, the training implications alone for moving systems, like most of the time, it's not worth it. The grass isn't always greener. When I do encourage people to move, if they're already in something, the only time I would say, okay, you really need Ontraport is if they are struggling with needing more connected records and just having trouble with automations going out at the wrong time to the wrong people. They really are screaming out for a relational database, and then I'll say, okay, I don't think your current one is serving you. You need something with a totally different kind of backbone in the CRM. But otherwise, all these platforms do very similar things relatively well. So there isn't always a good reason to make the big heavy lift of switching systems.
Thanks for that, Mallory. If you want to reach Mallory, visit her website in the link below this video. If you want to learn from experts like Mallory and collaborate with peers daily as you automate your business's sales, marketing, and operations, join the Monkeypod membership, also linked below.